In this video, we'll be going over how to create and set up a new project, as well as the necessary settings for doing so. So if you already have a project open, you'll need to go to File, New Project. But if this is the first time opening TekManager on your computer, you'll probably open up with a new project. All right, so you just click New Project and you've got a blank slate to work from. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to this project settings. Here you can set the project name as well as your IP address ranges, which will be used to search for TekMonitors on your network. So by default, it starts out with the address range you are currently on. That may or may not be right. And to edit these ranges, all you need to do is double click them, and it'll bring up a little form for editing them. Uh, so you can get IP address ranges for the networks that TekMonitors are on from either your AV or IT department. So I'm going to go and set up a few IP address ranges to represent different buildings. Uh, as you can see here, the beginning and ending ranges, the first two set of numbers uh, are the same for end as begin, but you can set the third one, which this is like the subnet in your network. So you can have this go from like 1 to 3, and it'll search all the IP ranges from 1 to 3. And this DHCP range are where in these networks the TekMonitors will be found. This is the Tech Patrol port. You shouldn't have to touch this. It, in general, should be 5070, and there aren't many situations where you would need to change that. As for passcode, each TekMonitor is loaded with a passcode so that not just anyone can search and find TekMonitors on your network. You can get these passcodes from either your AV or IT department, depending on who manages that kind of thing for your school or organization. The default passcode is just, this is what unprogrammed TekMonitors come with. That is, as you can see right there, 6373. You in general won't need to use this checkbox, but that is what it does. So you just hit OK. Oh, you should name the IP address ranges to describe uh, like the building that this range is for, or maybe the campus, depending on what exactly the range is for. So this can be for building 1. And then hit OK, and there you've got a new IP address range. And if you want to add a range, you can just click Add, and it'll bring up a blank range form for you to fill out. This can be building 2. And there we go. And you can add as many ranges as you need for your campus. Also on the project settings page is a number of options that you can enable or disable. If you check autosave, the project will automatically save itself roughly every 10 minutes. If you want to be doubly sure, you should still always save before you quit a project, but this can save things as you're working on them. enable polling. If this is checked, the project will periodically poll tech monitors on your network to make sure they're still online and there's nothing that's changed with them. View filtering. So view filtering, if that is enabled, this little form down here will only show tech information for tech monitors at the project layer you have currently selected. Here, I will show you that a bit more in depth once we have tech monitors in this project. There's one last option here that synchronizes the tech monitors clocks. If this is selected periodically, TekManager will check to see what the local clock in the tech monitor says, and if that's off from your PC clock, it will sync them to keep the tech monitors in time. And by default, TekManager will periodically attempt to find lost tech monitors. So if there are some tech monitors that have gone offline for some reason, it will occasionally check up on them to see whether or not they've come back online. And after that, there's also your file paths. Uh, Likely you won't need to change these, but this from here you can change where everything is saved from the default location, your projects, to your TekWizard templates, and we will go into TekWizard more in depth in a different video, as well as TekMonitor drivers. You can just click Browse, and it will give you the option to select a folder from your file system. And then there's one last thing we need to do before we are ready to save this project and finish it. So after you've set up the IP ranges, it's a good idea to go to search ranges to search through these ranges and get the tech monitors on your network. As you can see here, just click a button and it'll search the ranges we've already input, and it'll put found tech monitors in the holding area. This holding area is for when you first find tech monitors, as well as for if you need to edit or reload them. That is where they need to be. And once that finishes, we will move the loaded tech monitors, so these blue ones, over into the project area. Where it will create a campus tree for us with the different tech monitors in it. Then all you need to do is save the project, choose a name for your project, and there you go. You've set up a new project. Now, going back to what I mentioned earlier about the view filtering option in the project settings menu. Normally, when that is turned off, you get all of the tech monitor status in this view box down here. If you want it so that it pares it down to what room, building, or campus you are looking at, you turn that on, and when you select the room, building, or campus, it will only show you the tech monitors in that location. And that is it for this video.